People are always trying to get somewhere faster, therefore they spend a lot of time on the road. It's not surprising that a variety of situations occur there. In this episode, you'll witness the most funny and unfortunate moments that occurred on the roadway, which were captured on camera. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so as to not miss even more interesting episodes. The driver of this car was lucky to see a supercar in front of him on the road, and after a moment, even a racing car appeared in front of him. Maybe he missed the announcement and there's an event going on here today. Watching the races live may be cool, but here you have to be extremely careful. It is quite possible that he can carry this cargo, but he does not want to go next to it at all. When there is very little left to the destination, there is no time and desire to fix technical problems. After a long day at work, you can finally delegate the task of driving home to someone else and relax a little. So much destruction, and the cargo has not been delivered. Given the dynamics, he may not reach the top before sunset. On the other hand, it's better to take it slow than to put yourself in danger. This spectacular vehicle on the road not only attracted the attention of passing motorists, but also interested the police. It's not easy for other drivers because you have to put up with its shining splendor, which is certainly dazzling. A real professional went to work today and is ready to ruin someone's car. Whatever it was, in most cases, Toyota trucks really have amazing reliability and durability. On the roads of Chengdu in China, you need to be extremely careful. You never know who or what may block your path. Sometimes you have to pay for parking in the wrong place at the cost of your own time and limited mobility. Somewhere out there, hungry cows will soon have a real feast. No wonder they say you get what you pay for. The cargo transportation company decided to save money on straps for fixing, and it was a huge mistake. This driver seems to have forgotten that it's not enough to just get out of the car to make sure that it doesn't move. It's funny that this surfer managed to not even get wet. Well, I must say that his level of self-confidence and indifference to others is off the scale. Drivers are already afraid of cyclists, and after seeing this guy on the road, they will definitely do everything to avoid him. Not only did his phone fall out, but he also drove over it. Apparently, the driver put too much responsibility on his Tesla, thinking that it would avoid all the troubles on its own. Let's hope yesterday wasn't the last day of his insurance coverage. It may look funny, but it's clearly more comfortable for him. Why use the services of a trucking company if you can solve all issues yourself, even if it takes some effort? The bulldozer operator doesn't need a therapist, he has his own way of dealing with stress. The rain obviously did not benefit his car. I wonder how such an amount of water ended up in the cabin. When you want to ride a Maybach, but you only have enough money for a bike. Perhaps creating such a vehicle is a clever plan to save money. A tricycle is much cheaper to register. Don't work hard, but work smart. This is the main rule of their team. The fact that a cart has wheels does not mean at all that it is a vehicle that can be used on the roadway. The main thing is that he should not be hired as a courier who always brings hot and fresh food. If the task of driving straight is still feasible for him, then it is unlikely that he'll turn around. This company does not doubt its abilities for a second. Eco-activists may be shocked by this video. Balloons are harmful to the world around them, let alone when they are inflated in this way. This funny car definitely lifts the mood of everyone it meets, especially the children who were delighted with it. That's what it means to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, but don't worry, the driver's fine, unlike his car, which suffered enormous damage. Couldn't they have found a more suitable place to launch a drone? That is why for companies that are engaged in cargo transportation, cargo fixation is one of the most important stages of work. And we're moving on at the speed of light. All the most interesting things are still ahead. Acrobatic stunts like this are always amazing, but this one exceeded all expectations. In this group of friends, no one feels like a black sheep. It might have been uncomfortable to ride on such a locomotive, but it is an amazing participant in the snow. If the driver of this truck has a specific task, there are no insurmountable obstacles for him. Given the incredible danger of the situation, the driver can now celebrate his second birthday. The process of transporting a huge rocket to the Cosmodrome is very complicated. The Falcon 9 carries a specially designed tractor with a 44-wheel trailer. This truck has a very cute but inappropriate accessory. As they say, there's always room at the top. Besides, he probably doesn't have any problems with parking. It's time for someone to step in and warn the bus driver about this problem. Work is work, and there shall always be some time for football. However, you have to try and organize the viewing process.
And how do you like such a twist? To be honest, I can't do without your comments here.
Apparently, modern pirates have moved from sea to land. He was almost there, but he couldn't get to the gas station. How can one lose $150,000 in an instant? Just take a wrong turn in your brand new Bentley. This is not the most reliable, but still an effective way to get around a traffic jam. This pit on the roadway is not just an unexpected surprise, but a real test for cars. This extreme drift driving lesson will cost more than he thought. He is guilty, but what did the owners of the house expect by putting a vase here? The trailer knows that hard work awaits it, so it resists with all its might. The appearance is deceptive. This car is capable of many other things. You should look for advantages in everything. Why would you get upset if the water is clean? This vehicle is something like a smart apartment. It performs the main functions, but it cannot boast of a spacious interior. He may miss his old home, but he responsibly guards his family's belongings and keeps the situation under control. If you're confident in its endurance, you can go on a delightful round-the-world trip on such a floating bus. There is no dust on this road now. Life throws up surprises every now and then, the consequences of which will still have to be dealt with. Given the scale of this banana plantation, drivers will have to spend a lot of time waiting there. Did he really expect the barrier to magically rise? The elephant has its own checkpoint here, where it checks cars for something tasty. When your favorite song starts playing and you are standing in traffic, you have no reason to restrain yourself and be shy. This is the most valuable and sweet cargo imaginable. Most likely, this is the fastest way to drive through the streets of the big city. It's funny that he continued to move as if nothing had happened and no one noticed his mistake. It was not easy for this tractor to transport cargo several times heavier than itself. This is the best thing to do when you get into an unpleasant conflict situation. Tell me, are you also wondering how he will turn and why he is driving unaccompanied? This handsome creature looked out the window to take a break before returning to the party inside. There remains only one question: how should the driver comply with the rules of his own safety, putting on a helmet or buckling up? Apparently, he realized that the customization of his vehicle did not go as well as he expected, so he decided to put on a helmet. When you're a pirate at heart, you want at least some part of the image to match. Since he decided to take a ride, no rain would stop him.
There are things that are absolutely impossible to believe, and how could this even happen?
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Will it really help? Who needs freight transportation services if they can handle it on their own? For today, this is the last pizza that will be delivered. If you ignore the fact that the appearance of this elderly woman on the roadway is dangerous, then it's nice to see how they don't blame her, but try to help. A free car wash was opened here for several hours. Girls strive for independence, but in some situations, it is better to ask for help. He's not afraid of any traffic jams. However, this is not the only thing that annoys car drivers. Knowing what kind of follies your friend is capable of, try at least not to suffer from them during the shooting. If you monitor the situation on the road, you don't have to experience such stress. Once again, two lonely creatures manage to find each other and can no longer part. Car factories are not attentive enough to the needs of tall people. It seems that these drivers lack contact with others, which is why they do not keep a safe distance. He found another use for his good physical fitness. Besides, let's face it, washing your hands is easier than putting your favorite sneakers in order. For him, selling pineapples is not just a job, but a personal brand that he strives to develop. When you look at this car, your mood immediately improves. They enjoy their new gadget no less than children enjoy new toys. At first glance, bold actions may turn out to be thoughtless and reckless. It's nice to see that even in such an old car, the airbags are triggered. It is not often lucky to see such an incredible car on the road. Seeing this, you will instinctively try to stay away from this car on the roadway. They managed to return the car to the correct position. However, the woman was just lucky that the car did not crash on her foot. A rather logical solution to the problem, although it requires special scrupulousness. The truck driver really wanted to get away with it, but it looks like today is not his day. It is unlikely that escaping will help him in any way. No matter how hard he tries, he can no longer avoid justice and punishment. The LAPD had a difficult day. They spent hours chasing a stolen car, the man driving who was the suspect in the attack. Despite all attempts to escape, the criminal was still detained. The driver decided that he was no worse than the hero of The Fast and the Furious. However, it is unlikely that the police will agree with him.
If you haven't liked this episode yet, now is the best time to do it.
Drunk driving and speeding are usually the main cause of accidents. However, when such a large-scale accident occurs, it is necessary to find out not only what directly led to it, but also the conditions related to road safety on this section of the road. Someone seems to have finally decided to realize one of the goals of the outgoing year and bring joy to others. So, it's time to get rid of the excess junk in the garage. He even has seatbelts, although they're unlikely to help him in any way. However, so far, he feels great on his throne. For a moment, it may seem that we are back in the Middle Ages. Beautiful girls in bright outfits, one way or another, attract the attention of drivers, and even more so if they cross the road in the wrong place. Someone's fun time was not limited to the night and just moved to the streets of the city in the morning. An attractive girl in a tight dress can make passers-by turn around. However, car drivers also need to be careful because such a distraction is dangerous. It may be very beautiful, but is it legal to drive it onto the roadway? The risk of an accident increases significantly in the presence of this bus. Ah, those bridges. They always turn out to be too low and located in unexpected places.
I am behind a trailer, car carrier, and oh my god.
Horses running out onto the road makes drivers nervous and can cause another accident because it's impossible to predict where the animals will run. Some pedestrians really think they are immortal and grossly ignore the rules of the road. For some reason, they are sure that they are perfectly visible and the drivers will definitely have time to stop.
Don't forget to share the most impressive moment of this episode in the comments below. See you soon.